Hi, I'm Esther Comelas and I'm a postdoc at the Shefelbine lab. I've been here for nearly 2 years now, and I joined the lab to work in a project where we're trying to understand how mechanics affects joint formation. This is part of the research line at the Shefelbine lab where we're trying to understand how mechanical loading affects or drives the development of the skeletal system. So more specifically, my background is in computational mechanics. So the way we study this is by combining experiments and computational modeling. So for the experiments, we teamed up with the Monaghan lab, which is James Monaghan is a biologist here at Northeastern, and he works with axolotls. And axolotls have the incredible ability of regrowing limbs throughout life. So essentially what we do, these are an example of their animals. And what we do is they perform experiments where we study how the regenerating limb grows when we block mechanics and when we don't block mechanics. And then through computational models, I try to we develop a series of hypotheses. So on the computational side of our project, we are able to study what-if scenarios and specific cases that are not easy to reproduce experimentally. So specifically, we hypothesize that the cells are sensing mechanical loading through pressure or fluid movement somehow. And that's what we program into our computational model and then run a whole bunch of different simulations to try out different loading scenarios and see if this matches what our experiments are showing to help us gain some insights on what are the mechanisms that are driving tissue growth and joint formation in these animals. Okay. So hopefully we will gain a better understanding of how mechanics affects joint formation and more specifically healthy joint formation. So hopefully through these studies we advance in our fundamental understanding of how joints acquire their shape, and maybe in the future we'll be able to come up with preventive strategies or treatment for joint deformities in humans. So my favorite part is being close to experiments. As I said, I'm from a computational mechanics background, so coming here has given me the opportunity for the very first time to actually be seeing how the experiments are done and being able to come up with ideas for new experiments so that there's a synergy between the modeling and the experiments. And I'm not just trying to reproduce experiments someone else did, we're actually working together at the same time. And I think Professor Shefelbine is great at that. That's one of her greatest strengths, that she is able to kind of match and bring together this computational part with the experimental modeling to advance our knowledge in this topic. So actually, I'm starting a new position as assistant professor in my hometown in Barcelona at the UPC. And I really think that my postdoc here prepared me for that position, and that I managed to win it thanks to all my learnings here, because I was able to identify my strengths and my knowledge and my skill set and sell it to the people who were evaluating me for that position, and they saw the value in what I could bring to the department. And I'm actually super excited to be going back. I'm sort of sad too about leaving, but I'm excited to be able to start applying all these learnings that I've acquired here, and with the mentorship of Professor Shefelbine, go back and start my own group there. So that's what the future is waiting for me.